What is going on, everybody? We are live again.
Hello, everybody.
Say hi, Vicky.
I did.
Say it again.
No, I said it once.
Wow. I guess she just doesn't like you guys. See, I'm always telling her respect the chat,
Respect the chat.
but she
Chat's
doesn't
always
respect. Yeah, she
right.
doesn't respect
Yeah.
any of you indecent, immoral
Oh, Jesus Christ.
children. You're all children. We have sorry. We have a wonderful show for you guys tonight, as usual. We have Ethan's response to the last stream. He decided to EFAP it.
And maybe a little bit late. I apologize. I had no internet last week.
Yes, for once it wasn't my fault.
For once, it was not Dean's fault.
Not my fault. But his response was pretty good, guys. He was mostly quiet. Mostly just got redder and redder in the face. So that was pretty good.
Until Anna showed up for distraction. Yeah.
And she did a wonderful job.
She did.
Apparently, she's not a fan of us.
No.
Kind of hurts.
I'm deeply wounded by that fact.
Whatever will I do? I can't stand those two.
You gonna self-delete over it?
Whoa. Jesus. That was a little far. Well, also, it's like, I was surprised she even had an opinion on us.
On us?
Yeah. It's like,
I think we've we did that stream where we went at her about calling Brooks a tracer.
Oh, well, yeah, because I mean, it's just not true.
She knows your brother.
Yeah. Sorry.
Flashcast.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry you have to know my brother.
I think that
yeah.
Colors her opinion, I'm sure.
No, yeah, I'm sure. But before we get into that, we also have Cider. Cider is big mad. Big mad, big upset. Ethan is
stomping his Cider feet, holding on to his colostomy bag while he does it.
Ethan is rubbing in Cider's face Liam's recent success, which is nice. I do like seeing that. But before we get into any of that, is Frog Tony crying about me? Oh well. Oh well. I don't give a shit. How many weeks can you string this out for? Asks Hen. Well, we actually have a spin-off stream series starting next week, all about Mandy. So look forward to that. We didn't have plans for that, but now we do. Yep. Just because of your comment. As long as possible, says Ben31 UK. That's true. There are rumors that Chatterbait wants to buy the brand Comicsgate.
Well, they'll have to wait till the TM lawsuit is over.
That is true. Show's gonna start around 11:30, folks, so still plenty of time to get
if Preston wins it, it might just be the same thing.
Oh yeah, that's true. Very gross.
Gross.
And get a puke bucket since it's a Mandy episode. Oh. That's right. There is actually a Mandy clip that you might want a puke bucket for. The response with some fingers, says Winchell. Hey there, Lapbag, said Big Daddy. Nice to see you, Fowler. Prawn Delaro says, my good friend Ethan has narrowed Comicsgate down to a few former communists and a trailer park of cum dumpster. Oh no.
Ooh.
Oh no. Apologies, it's Dean's fault. That thumbnail must have reminded him of something. We have Aldous, good to see you, man. And Morg. I was getting nervous that Morg wasn't going to show up.
God, can't have a show without the fake producer.
Yeah, our fake producer. Also, good to see you, Fandom, and Michael, and Student of God. All right. I think that's everybody. And Amit. Okay, and IG Mars.
Hello,
All right.
Amit.
All right, that is everybody. So let's go ahead and just kind of jump into things. We're going to first watch Ethan's response, and then we'll tear Cider apart one shit lump from his colostomy bag at
really
a time.
say we're gonna rip him a new asshole, can you?
No, you can't. I mean, you could, but he wouldn't be able to use it. Would not be able to use it. All right.
Oh,
and Finatra.
Something kind of goofy happened back in 2019. This is difficult. It's a difficult thing because I like this guy. We've been protecting him. We don't want to put him on blast at all. This is old news. And his privacy should be respected too, but it isn't. It's not being respected at all. Mandy's privacy should be respected, but it isn't.
And don't worry, Ethan's got receipts. They're coming, love bug. They're coming, so don't worry.
And they never did.
Well, I don't know, guys. It's pretty clear to me what's going on. So, I mean, I have all of the Kyle stuff. All of it. I have it in 3D. I got all the messages in a folder that were sent to me. I know exactly what happened between him and Mandy.
The issue is that particular person that we are referring to has very PG-13 videos of me, whereas I have R-rated hardcore videos of him, and he is fucking terrified that I'm going to release him.
Because she's not going to be fucked around with anymore either.
The stuff that they're spreading is meant to humiliate him, to cause him trouble. They've been saying terrible things about him. People have been saying terrible things about him related to this incident. Mandy kind of said, "Help me, Kyle. Does this sound familiar? Help me. Kyle's obsessed. Please just tell him to stop it." Because Kyle didn't want to stop. They were jerking off together on camera. Kyle's sad and lonely, and so is Dale. Then there's War Campaign. And this is all kind of like, this is leftover shit from War Campaign. Well, listen, she used to do this with War Campaign. War Campaign used to run her pictures and memes. She used to get up on all fours for him and stuff, and they would sit there and this is what she does. This is how she operates. I hate that she's still doing it. It really is. And you can't underestimate how how that has stuck with some people. This is the thing. I've known Mandy does this. Mandy will find Mandy uses sex to get places, and I've told her to stop it a few times. Kyle used to fuck with her. Kyle would she would masturbate for Kyle. She would like do 2-finger inserts in both holes for Kyle. Yeah, and make Kyle think that they were in love. Mandy's privacy should be respected, but it isn't. But they've invented a fantasy world around it, and I can understand because, like I said, it's really there's not a lot of there's not a lot of evidence out there about what actually did happen. But we're gonna give it to you. You're gonna see. Yeah. I do believe in just kind of being open, being transparent, and letting people see and decide for yourself. I do have receipts. I'm not going to share them because I don't want to. This is enough. I don't want to embarrass Kyle. This was 5 years ago. I don't think it needs to all be dredged up. This is getting dredged up. This is enough.
Dave Voles says, Kiwi Farms thinks Ethan leaked the audio to you guys so that he could use the drama for Trashcast. Kiwi Farms is pretty smart. Maybe you guys are controlled opposition.
Yeah,
except
super smart.
Except he decided not to talk about it.
Yeah, he kind of pussied out on that.
But we're actually...
No, I didn't pussy out. I think I said, please release the entire audio. If you just show that clip, if you just present that clip, it's out of context. I don't know, like, I think it's time to open up the vaults a little bit. And to kind of show what happened here. And as unpleasant as that's going to be for this individual, and for Mandy and maybe everyone involved. I think it needs to happen because otherwise, misunderstandings accrue, including by me. Share the entire audio of that whole conversation, then that's something that we can talk about. But I don't have access to the audio, so I'm not going to answer for that clip. I'm going to ask you to play the whole thing, and then we can talk about it, if that's the way it is. Otherwise, it's peculiar why that thing gets clipped and put out there, and the rest of it just remains hidden. So I said, release the whole clip.
We're gonna get to that. That is the next
Not clip
thing
the whole thing.
on here. Audio recording that was secretly recorded of Ethan Van Sciver.
All right, I might have to slow this down again a
And
little
let's take
bit.
a listen. Because it's...
I haven't
Ethan
heard
tries
it.
to play it off, as you guys just heard, but he probably shouldn't have done that because the complete audio recording is worse.
It's a much different tone than we were. He was trying to lead us to believe.
Yeah.
Sure.
And Mandy was talking about playing this thing, and I can't imagine what. One, she probably should have gotten ahead of it and done it already. But two, why she would do that? Like, I certainly wouldn't if it was them talking about me like this.
That is true. Somebody says, Little Jimmy Fireball says, he says, get on with it already.
We are.
Just play it. Christ.
God dang it.
And when I jumped, and this is why I'm so glad I talked to Phil, because Phil and I have never talked about our adventures of Pit and compared notes before, but
Just a disclaimer, guys. We're getting into 30 minutes of audio recording. And just to hurt you guys, the first half is pretty much all PTB. So
be okay with her, and then I'll get message from her calling her whore or slut or fuck her, I'm gonna ruin her career,
His
she's gonna
face,
ruin my
man.
career, and we'll get to that in a second. So there's been a lot of weird stuff with Mandy and Dale since the get-go. And we've kind of, Shane and I have tried to put Band-Aids on it. There's been 3 situations that we've tried to fix with the Mandy Dale situation.
Yeah, you guys are not in any position to fix any. Listen, Dale Keown, his behavior on these live streams on Ballers has been, visible.
I mean, this is my first fucking live show. This is my first fucking live show. Okay. I love Mandy. Is it wrong that I'm in love with Mandy? Oh, I love her so much. Oh, I love Mandy. Holy fuck. You don't even fucking believe how much I love Mandy. You can't comprehend this shit, you fuckers.
PTP and his description of that and how he's going to fix it is hilarious. Dale's an adult and he does whatever he wants to do.
I'm still alive. Oh fuck. I just spilled my piss bottle.
no.
Mandy's been after me for the Pit Omnibus sign-up. And I don't know if you saw her update on her website, but she has a silhouette of Pit, and she says there's something new coming from Dale Keown and Mandy Summers. Now, keep in mind, 4 months ago, she thought this guy was going to come to her house to do something. She was terrified of him. It was a point where she was like, "Do not leave me on screen with him alone."
Dale's answering for some of this stuff here. He just says, I didn't want Mandy to think I was a pushover for agreeing to PTP's conditions. That's it. Okay.
And now it's she's getting in cahoots with him again. So I thought that was very interesting. And she kept on hitting me up, asking me, can I have the Pit Omnibus sign up? Can I have the Pit Omnibus sign up? And I was just like, if Dale wants the Pit Omnibus sign up...
The point of the call was to get... This is good, too, and I think this is even more true. The point of the call was to get Ethan on their side and dislike Mandy. And failing that, we have a recording for later, that we can splice up should we need it. We have a little bit of a weapon. But I mean, believe it, everything you're hearing now, you want to know why the Dungeoneers aren't here. You want to know why Kelsey isn't here. You want to know why Rainey and all these guys, they left. It's because of this.
This is the thing. I've known Mandy does this. Mandy will find Mandy uses sex to get places. And I told her to stop it a few times. Kyle used to fuck with her. Kyle would basically, she would masturbate for Kyle. She would do 2-finger inserts. In both holes for Kyle would say
Oh, I'm
things
so
like,
sorry,
I'm gonna
Mandy.
get you on Ethan's show. And she'd say, Ethan,
But Mandy
man,
knows where
right?
this came
Like,
from.
that's the thing. I didn't know any of this was going on until it was already over. And Kyle didn't want to stop it. So, you know, Mandy kind of said, help me, Kyle. Does this sound familiar? Help me. Kyle's obsessed. You know, yes. Please just tell him to stop it. Because Kyle didn't want to stop. They were jerking off together on camera. Kyle's sad and lonely, and so was Dale. So that's what's going on with Dale and Mandy. And Mandy is most likely, I mean, here's the thing, like, Kyle was one step from me. Dale is just Dale. You know, I mean, like, why would, you know, you don't have to try to convince Kyle to bring her to me. She's got Dale. So that's what she's doing. She's sticking fingers in her asshole and her pussy on camera for Dale Keown.
Just trying to make him laugh.
I don't know that for sure, but most likely that's what's happening. Dale is giving her orders for what he wants to see, and she's doing it, and then making demands of him, like, you know, I want this and that. People are in her way. Maybe she wants to write Pitt. Maybe, I didn't know that. Maybe Phil's in the way of her writing Pitt. I don't like Phil. I don't know what Irene, maybe he expressed some interest in Irene at some point. That might be why, you know, she hates Irene. I don't know. I didn't know that either. Just fingers is what Kyle was talking. I don't have any pictures. Kyle's just.
By the way, can you see me repeating back everything that they just told me to them, going, maybe that's true. Maybe that's what's going on. I don't know. It's okay with me either way, blah, blah, blah. I didn't invent this. They just cut that clip out, and they just, like, this is what Ethan thinks. I'm just repeating back what they just got done telling me for 25 minutes. I don't know about any of this. I don't know if this is true.
It's fucking Dale. Like, he shouldn't be dealing with this stuff. And he has, you know, people in his life he has to take care of. And it shouldn't be happening to him.
Dale is a precious angel. And that's... Listen, we're here to save Dale. That's all it is. We're not trying to fucking, like, we're not trying to pick at him and wait under his table for scraps. We're not trying to exploit Dale. We're just here to help him because he's a precious creature and he shouldn't have to deal with any of this stress or anything like that. He's got his own problems. Hear the way these guys talk about Dale Keown? Dale Keown's a fucking adult.
Yes. It's fucked up. Holy fuck, I'm so confused.
That was a wonderful ending.
That was pretty much Ethan's response in a nutshell to the whole thing. Aside from the continued distraction of who recorded it, like that was important.
Yeah, it was a good response, guys. He didn't really say much.
He said he did at one point, and I didn't put it in the video because it just didn't work. But he yelled at TJ something along the lines of the only thing he really cared about was him. Like, and it didn't matter, like, you know, what was true or anything. Not Kyle, but just how it affected Ethan. Right?
Yeah.
Kyle, who he, quote, has been protecting all these years. Protecting him from what?
Yeah. Right? Yeah, I don't know. But as you guys saw in that clip, there's a video of Mandy.
That's one of the videos that she had sent to Kyle.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Which is
from
weird.
What I was told.
Good to see you, Snowdub. Good to see you. Whatchamacallit? It is weird though, right? Because like apparently she didn't give in to she didn't send anything to Kyle, but
she sent videos of her doing sign language.
I'd never seen sign language like that before. What is the sign there?
You didn't have to watch Richard C. Myers porno, Dean.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. Well,
yeah, but it's just what gets me is it's just kind of fucked up on so many different levels, right? And it depends on no matter whose story or narrative you believe, it's still totally fucked up.
That's true.
Right? If if Kyle is some sort of sex pest and Ethan knew about it and is still hiding, and is protecting him and still hiring him under this, he's just a contractor. He's not really my employee. That's his cover, right? Um, okay. So, um, you went pretty hard at Ed Piscor,
Yeah, but not
right?
saying that that is the case, because I
I'm
don't
not
think
saying it
so.
is. I don't
Um,
think it is. If Mandy was truly being harassed by Kyle and he did nothing, and he just sort of let things ride, um, if he had just completely stayed out of it, that would be one thing. But here he is, how many years later, now he says he's just making up shit. Like literally, that's what it came
yeah,
down
that was
to.
his defense. It was,
That was
yeah.
his defense. I made that shit up
I was just making
because
shit up to agree with them and make
to
them
agree with
laugh,
them,
even though it's
right?
not really a funny topic. It's not something to joke about. They seem serious.
And if Mandy, as he now claims, was some sort of victim of Kyle Ritter, man, dude, really? Like,
Yeah.
this is the shit. So you victimize her again by saying that kind of shit. I mean, just from every angle, he comes off so bad,
Yeah, there's really not a
right?
good, like,
If Kyle did nothing but Mandy tried to Me Too him, he still comes off so bad because,
I mean,
what did he
allowing
say
that,
in that
you know.
what did he say in that clip? I mean, and this
He's
kind of
known this whole time. I mean,
he's known this whole time. He's told her over and over again to stop using her sex to sell shit and to get and to make deals, right? I mean, that's what he admits to them because what they told him that already,
sure.
and then
Yeah.
it's just wrong. And you've got him saying that Mandy was trying to get on his stream or Malin's stream. Well, the first stream she did was John Malin's,
Mhm.
right? I mean, Mandy's book was shit until 2 weeks later when it wasn't because now he knew who she was,
Yeah, that's also very convenient. Very
right?
odd.
It's very clear that the only reason that she's on Ethan's stream is so they can try to get Dale on there, or
Well,
at
Dale
least at
bait. I
first.
even watched a
He's Dale.
stream. I even watched a stream of Ethan's last night where he used the term Dale bait.
Yeah,
Yeah. So it's
she's Dale
pretty.
bait,
Yeah, it's pretty clear the reason
right?
she's there.
So
Oh wait,
so
We
he's
got a super
oh,
chat. You got to shut the
oh,
fuck up, Vicky. We got money. $2 for the cause. Fuck rip-off verse. Cheers, says Snowdub.
thank you, Snowdog.
I didn't say you could talk. Again.
Oh fuck
Fuck you. Alright.
you.
But yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty
I
fucked no
mean,
matter what.
no matter what. And I'm just joking. Poor and Anna's face, man,
That was
is
priceless.
laughing about it and saying, I'm just trying to get him to laugh.
It's like, why
And
would you say
and
these things?
why would you see these things to make some, why would you be joking about that kind of shit? Like, what kind of fucking joke is that?
What
Like,
type of
what the,
friend are you?
like briefly, you could almost see it break the crust of her thoughts. What if he's saying that kind of shit about me? Right?
I would be more curious,
About what
who
he
is
really,
he saying this type of shit about me to? Because I
yeah.
guarantee he probably is.
And if it's not, it could be, I mean, it's not that Anna's the sharpest knife in the drawer,
Yeah, she could
but
have just
he,
not had a
he was
thought in her head, actually.
she was just like, oh my God. At one point, after he had said one of the many times, I don't know why they don't like, why she wouldn't like Rennie. And Anna goes, because Rennie's a girl. Ethan just got all confused. But she was right, because that's exactly why Mandy doesn't like Rennie. Because Rennie's a pretty girl who was at the head table.
Yeah.
You
No,
know?
for sure.
Yeah.
Women hate other women.
Mm.
Especially Vicky. She hates other women.
They all hate me.
No.
I hate other women.
I think it's more like that, yeah.
Yeah.
I think,
Most of them
so
anyway.
because Rennie has talent, yes and no, right? Not saying she doesn't have talent, right? But she has,
That's not the only
she
reason.
gets attention because she's got talent and she's pretty, right? And it's the
And she comes off
attention
as
thing.
really nice and
It's the attention thing.
attention. Yeah.
It's another girl getting attention.
It's a much more attractive girl getting attention.
That's talented.
That's talented.
You know, and that's what it is.
Yeah, it's that confluence of things.
Yeah. You know, women just hate to see other women getting attention or succeeding. So now, I think that's about it for that one, guys. Now we get to go into Cider.
Oh, no, oh God, that was horrible.
Now we get to go into Cider,
Don't
much
put it
like the many times he was.
Oh, don't do it. Don't do it.
Just saying, #1 most raped guy in CG.
Yes.
According to Cider. He brags about it. So he posted this this tweet where he's it's a clip of Ethan and Shane Davis from it's actually a stream from 2 months ago. Maybe it's a month and a half ago. I don't know, but I found the stream last night and it doesn't matter. Everybody that Eric could possibly hire, we've already, you know, the one kind of thing. There could be a wild card out there like Mark Brooks that might do it just to say, flips the bird to me. All right. Now let's watch.
Staying the hype. Like, he's going to have to pull in, and he's already trying to pull in more talented people than, like, Cliff Richards and stuff. He's going to have to eventually pull...
Well, what about Bart Sears?
Bart Sears.
What about, I want you to know, in the chat, that everybody that Eric could possibly hire, we've already, you know, and the one kind of like, there could be a wild card out there, like Mark Brooks might do it just to say to me, I couldn't care, like that, it wouldn't work. I'd be like, but I mean, we've already been through all these people. We know who is available to us, you know, all this stuff. There's no, Shane, am I talking out of school?
No, I mean, like, a lot of these people have been approached. And a lot of these guys, I'm actually trying not to talk out of school now.
I know, it's hard, man. It's hard to speak it's hard to stay in pocket, isn't it, Shane?
The biggest problem he has with reining in.
Now
so that was Cider's clip.
That was Cider's clip. Here's the full clip. And I actually do think there is some context missing, to be fair.
Okay, and so right before this, they were talking about Eric July in the context of Shane not agreeing with. I mean, you know how Shane talks, sort of
incoherently.
Yeah, Shane doesn't always agree with Ethan, which, you know, he doesn't always agree with July. July didn't always agree with him. I mean, it was just like this rambling, weird kind of Shane conversation, and then it gets to this.
Yeah.
That after I did that cover for Rippaverse, they had the fucking audacity to say to me, there could be something in here for you too, you know. Shane, they wanted to subsume me and have me go work at Rippaverse. These people are crazy. They are fucking. Their egos are out of control. You think I have a big ego, Shane?
No, I don't
You
think
ain't
that's
seen
crazy.
ego. Well, I mean, I
This
do.
is where I disagree with you. I don't think that's crazy. I think that's a desperate plea of necessity. Like they're going to sustain the hype. Like he's going to have to pull in, and he's already trying to pull in more talented people than like Cliff Richards and stuff. He's going to have to eventually pull.
Well, what about Bart Sears?
Bart Sears.
What about I want you to know in the chat that everybody that Eric could possibly hire, we've already and the one kind of like there could be a wild card out there, like Mark Brooks might do it just to say to me. I couldn't care like that. It wouldn't work. I'd be like, but I mean, we've already been through all these people. We know who is available to us. All this stuff. There's no. Shane, am I talking out of school?
No, I mean, like a lot of these people have been approached, and a lot of these guys, I'm actually trying not to talk out of school now.
I know it's hard, man. It's hard to speak it's hard to stay in pocket, isn't it, Shane?
The biggest problem he has with reining in talent, right?
Yeah.
Is they really don't have to have a ginormous campaign on their own to make more than working for him. And that is a problem for him.
What it is Shane Dumpster Diver Davis wants to EFAP Sturgis's latest video.
No, I don't. Maybe if you won't pull it up.
I will. I was going to do the Sturgis video about me being a liar.
No,
but
do that. I don't want to get riled up.
So, in the full context of things, I don't actually think they're talking about a whisper network.
No.
Because if they were talking about a whisper network, when they refer to the wild card being Mark Brooks isn't a wild card because they haven't considered him. He's a wild card because they know he wouldn't work with Eric. But if he were to, that would be a wild card, right? Like
they actually because of the cover thing, they have NDAs. So there are certain things they cannot say. But I get what I get from it is that they know some of the people
who have been approached.
Who Eric is looking to hire or has approached to work for him.
Yeah.
And they're not saying that, we contacted him, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. What they're saying
we
is
know who's on our side.
We know who they are. No,
and we know who's available to us, and we know who's available to him.
Right. We know who these people are and have kind of made an assessment of whether or not it would be worth it for them to do it. Like Mark Spears, right? He's done Spawn. He had a Kickstarter back in, I think it was, it just closed at the beginning of the month, right? For Monsters. And it made almost $60,000. Now, if Mark Spears were to put out 2 or 3 crowd funds a year and made that kind of money, he doesn't need to work for Eric July, drawing Eric July's books. He doesn't need to do 100 pages for July, right? And he can work on his own IP. That's what they're actually talking about. And I can't believe I gotta fucking defend Ethan.
I wouldn't say it's defending Ethan.
Yeah, okay.
But I think more importantly, it's like there probably is a whisper network in Comicsgate. My opinion. Probably, definitely. But I mean, I always assume these things were just like implied. You know what I mean? Like, why would you need to out loud say, hey, if you do a cover for Eric or if you work for Eric, you're going to have problems. I think people in Comicsgate would generally just kind of know Ethan's feelings towards Eric July.
Also because they never talk about them, right? Rarely they slip through, but they don't talk about some of the other creators in the indie space who are doing, like 60K and up on Kickstarter. Because what they don't want, one, they don't want anybody in Comicsgate to know they're doing well, those artists. But also because they don't, they're not part of Comicsgate, and but there are these indie artists out there making money, and they track that stuff because they of course want to compare themselves to them, but to see what that market is actually like.
Yeah.
And I mean, they'd be stupid not to. And I know there is no way on this planet that Yanzi doesn't do that. And I bet Shane and Yanzi, they're just the type, you know.
Yeah. Now,
Um,
Cider has continued to cry and mauled about this. Let's take a look. He made this weird meme with Ethan and Vito's in the background, where he claims that he left Comicsgate when Rob Casey, when Ethan ran out Rob Casey over a like and retweet, and called him a son of a bitch for a like and a retweet, which just isn't true.
it's so not true.
So untrue.
That would
In
have
fact,
been
so
back in
untrue. This is a tweet from January 3rd, where he's tweeting. He's quote tweeting fandom polls, and he's got the hashtag Comicsgate, rah rah Comicsgate. Here we have a tweet from January 16th where he's promoting a podcast he's on. Hashtag Comicsgate. And here we have another tweet, February 7th, hashtag Comicsgate. That was 3 months ago. The Rob Casey thing was multiple years ago.
2020. It was the year of the Thought War.
Now, I can understand not being that good with time. But like,
not
why?
that bad.
Why would you? Like, it's just such an obvious lie. Like, you were Comicsgate 3 fucking months ago, bro. What are you talking about? I don't know. And then to make it all worse, he created this very shit meme. So let's just take a listen.
The hubris of this idea that you can just come in and do a comic book.
And I think that was the most offensive thing of everything.
Yeah, out of all of it, that was the worst.
That was definitely the worst.
But this all fucking comes down to one single person.
Yes.
And it's not even Ethan Van Sciver, people.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's not. But Ethan, in order to shit all over Cider, he has started rubbing in Liam's recent success in Cider's face. For those of you that don't know, Cider absolutely despises Liam.
Cider and Liam have a long history, mostly of Cider lying about Liam. I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah. But this would definitely make Cider mad. Just rubbing this in his face, which is what he's doing.
Well, it's why Cider is mad. Cider is mad at Ethan because Liam was allowed to come back into Comicsgate. Ethan was promoting Dino King. The more money Dino King is made, the more furiously Cider has been posting and malding on Kiwi farms. So yeah, it's all because of.
Yeah. Subway Jared says, Cider has always made me feel right at home.
Oh.
Well, that's good. That's good.
That's sweet.
That is sweet. Wasn't Cider graped multiple times? He brags about it. Liam beat up his own grandma, says Thomas. Where I look. Climate change. Matt says, Ethan, what have you done? Snowdub says, Kiwi Farms still exists. It does.
It does. Yes.
Hen says she was joking, but that's probably not true. I've never heard you say a funny thing in your life. Or my life.
That was mean.
It's but true. Mean but true. Fowler says, hashtag Posergate. Kicked over a like. He has been on my good friend Ethan's show since then. But yeah. I think
yeah, it was so when Ethan decided to stream yesterday. It's gone. It was gone when I woke up this morning because I wanted to clip some
it's
stuff.
like
from
7
it.
hours.
It was 7 fucking hours, man. 7 hours, and I went to bed at what, like 1:30 my time or something. And he was still going.
It's insane.
He went another like hour and a half after that. But he had named it Emergency Trash Cast because of JDA and Cider. Every time something happens, JDA does his little emergency dank streams, him and Cider together. Gross. And as soon as he finished his opening credits, he started promoting Liam's book. And he got Liam's book, almost, I think, over 30K over the course of that stream. And he was promoting it heavily. And he was shitting all over Cider while he did it.
Yeah.
It was a masterwork for the first hour. Then the stream was just too long.
I don't know. I don't watch any of Ethan's streams there.
Yeah, well, I went through the first hour really quickly.
Yeah.
And remember, the first hour is probably 30 minutes of his intro.
Yeah. Ethan showed up in Reni's chat as she was ending her stream, called a viewer gay, got ignored. How pathetic. I believe that, yeah.
I do believe that.
I do believe that. I've seen him do very similar shit, so. People think Ethan actually cares about Liam. No, I don't think.
I don't think anybody actually believes that. I don't even think Liam even believes that.
I think people know that this is purely a spite thing, and it's fun to watch. I will watch Cider get shitted on by anybody and enjoy it.
Anybody. Yeah.
So.
Yes, so much so.
I like when the people I dislike continue to fight each other. Not the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Definitely never. Definitely never that. But I will enjoy watching them tear each other down. That's true. I mean, it's fun. It's fun to watch people you dislike tear each other down.
Yeah, Ethan was tweeting it. The more Cider mauled it on Twitter last night, the more Ethan was tweeting at him and quote tweeting him and using him to promote Liam's book. It was great fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I think that's it for this one, guys. It was a pretty short stream. I want to say we didn't even hit an hour. That's my favorite streams, guys.
Those are my favorites.
Those are my favorite streams. When we don't even hit an hour, I don't have to read what you guys say. No, I'm just joking.
The chances of him telling me to shut up lessen.
Shut up, Vicky. Shut up. But yeah,
TM.
No, it was a good week, and thank you all for showing up. I do appreciate you guys. Sometimes.
Everybody have a great night.
How is this channel not more popular? Because people have better things to do with their lives other than you losers? Later, nerds.